What's up, guys? Joe the Glow here with another podcast. Today we'll be talking about Pokemon. More specifically, the after effects of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon being the last games confirmed for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, a lot of people were shocked about hearing this, saying that, oh, how can Game Freak do this? How can Pokemon do this? Blah, blah, blah. What about Diamond and Pearl remakes? About getting butthurt over all that. But to be honest, I think it's cool, but at the same time, it's kind of effed up. It's like a lot of people are just got the 3DS for like last Christmas for Pokemon Sun and Moon, if like you're younger, or they still have the old ones, older generation like me, myself, and some of my friends. But at the same time, it's like I know you're trying to push the Switch onto people, but at the same time, it's kind of a fucked up way of doing it. Because why would you tell people, oh yeah, your 3DS, if you want to play Pokemon, if you have it just for Pokemon, you're not gonna need it no more. Just spend like $300 on a new console just to play Pokemon. It's like, nah, bro, it could have been done a lot smoother. How I feel about this, like I said, kind of iffy. It's cool. Like, I don't know. I just got a newish 3DS this past year just for Pokemon Sun and Moon because my old one was kind of messing up. And now finding out that in a couple weeks, when Sun and Moon is pretty much done, I want to play the next Pokemon main title game. I have to spend a couple $100 on a new console just to play it. It's kind of messed up, but shit happens, right? As far as that goes, I think the Switch is actually the smart move to go to because they said that Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is like the complete limits that they could put on the 3DS, and I can kind of see it. They did a lot. It's a big upgrade from Gen 6, like a majorly big upgrade from Gen 6. And Gen 7 was actually pretty cool. Like the character models weren't chibi like they were in Gen 6. They were actually like full size, which was actually pretty dope. They did a lot more animation. The cutscenes were a hell of a lot cooler. I wish they could just do something about like our character's face in some scenes, just like that dull, blank, lifeless smile. It's obnoxious as all hell. But other than that, being on the Switch is actually a pretty cool move. As far as what they can do with the Switch, there's a lot of things. But for the topic of this video, we're definitely going to be thinking about the possibilities. Like one, there's a number of possibilities. One, they could have the Gen 4 remake, which I'll play it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go out of my way for it because to be honest, Gen 4 and Gen 5, strike me down as much as you want. I wasn't a fan of Gen 4 and Gen 5. My favorite was Gen 2 for obvious reasons because it was pretty much Johto, which was next door to Kanto. When you were done, you're like, oh shit, there's a whole other region and 8 more badges to get. So you have 2 regions, 16 badges, and 252 Pokemon to catch. Like, that was dope as hell. That was the coolest Pokemon game, in my opinion, to date. Sun and Moon is definitely second. And that leads me into, like, saying that for the Switch, they can do something similar to that. Yeah, they can have the remakes, but that shit's gonna come regardless. But what they could do on the Switch is do something similar to how Gold, Silver, and Crystal did it. Have multiple regions in the game. With all that extra processing power and graphical capabilities, the Switch can easily do that. So what I'm thinking is that you'll either get a new main title with 2 regions. Hopefully, we get at least 2 regions, which will be dope, which will make the game a lot longer as opposed to adding more story things in between and whatever. Or they can have a game where it has more than 2. So what a lot of people have been wanting for years is a game that you go to all regions. So hopefully they can make a game like that. There's also some rumors saying, well, this ties into it, there's some rumors saying that, oh, they might reboot Gen 1, it'll be Kanto, but they'll have the Mega Evolution and Z Crystals and shit known and stuff like that. That'd be cool. So if they do that, they can reboot it, start all over from Kanto. By the end of the game, you're in Alola. That would be dope. You start from Gen 1 and then to Gen 7, and then it ties into, oh, there's going to be Gen 8, and then Gen 8, you just do the one region, then, future games, you cross back and forth. I think that'd be pretty dope, but I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But having multiple regions is actually a pretty cool idea. You definitely need to do that. If anything, they could have Gen 1 and having two regions, like, oh, Gen 1, and then you can go to Alola because that's the newest one. Since Alola and Kanto, lore wise, there are a lot of like links and stuff like that because your main character and the Alolan forms of Kanto Pokemon and all that other nonsense. Like, that would be pretty dope. Definitely have more than one region in the next game. Another thing they should do is have graphics similar to, I would say, Breath of the Wild slash Pokken in it, as far as like the Pokemon battles. Like when you're exploring out in the world and stuff like that, have it similar to Breath of the Wild, how it's like open world and stuff like that. That's what we need, an open world Pokemon game. So you open world, explore and stuff like that. When it's a battle, it gets more like focused, refined, and intense, like in Pokken, but on a smaller scale. I think that would be pretty damn dope. Not as far as like, oh, you control the Pokemon like that, but similar to how you have them fighting in an arena and all that stuff. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. And if Nintendo did that, they would be able to buy the planet. That's how much money they'll make from not only the new generation of Pokemon players, but us old heads, us Gen 1ers and Gen 2ers. We're definitely gonna take over that market. But I'm pretty sure that's definitely the way Nintendo's trying to go, especially since when they had announced that this will be the last Pokemon game, they said that the older, more veteran programmers are working on a new title. Hopefully, they have something in the mix of that, because they desperately need it. Not that Pokemon is dying down, but at the same time, like they need something to like refresh everybody on it. So instead of just adding like, oh, alternate timeline, new Z crystals, new whatever the hell, no, just make a game, one game, include different regions in it, because it'll be cool. It'll be like a blast. It'll be very nostalgic, playing from Gen 1 all the way to Gen 7, or introduce Gen 8, and then you get to go back to one or two other regions. Like, you say the new region is, let's just say it's Pluto, for fuck's sake. From Pluto, when you're done with that, they're like, oh, hey, we heard something's going down in Sinnoh. We need you to go check it out. You go to Sinnoh. They're like, okay, Sinnoh's good. Well, go visit Johto because like Mount Silver exploded and everybody died, and you need to go repopulate the region or something. You just go to Johto and stuff like that. There's a lot they can do with it, and I think it would be pretty dope if they did something along the lines of that. I would love to see that. I'm pretty sure all you guys would love to see a Pokemon game that has all different regions and all that stuff. Also, just a quick note, it would also pretty dope that when you beat the game, they have like some ROM hacks have this. They have a Nuzlocke mode, randomizer mode after you beat the game initially, so that way people who are doing Let's Plays, they can just do that. That'd be pretty dope. And also, let us join the evil team, please. It'd be cool to have like a Team Rocket playthrough, or Team Plasma, or Team Skull, or whatever. But as always, people, this has been Joe the Glow. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And as always, gamers, keep grinding.